Hey guys, it's Tom here with MYT Solar, and we've got a real exciting build here today. This is the 25D DVS Outdoors RV Titanium Series. You've seen a few of these that we've done in the last few months. Obviously it's a new floor plan. It's the Backcountry series that's based on the 25 RDS. We love it. We're excited to show you what we did with it. Question we often get is, how much solar do I need? Do I need the DC to DC charging? How much battery do I need? All of those are really valid questions because this stuff's expensive. Obviously, it's very high-end equipment and it costs a lot of money. Finding that point where it's what you need and not more than what you need is obviously a thing that a lot of people want to do. However, generally my response is, on a small trailer like this, and I say small compared to say a 40-foot fifth wheel where you might be able to fit 4,000 watts, on a small trailer like this, putting as much solar on the roof and as much battery that can fit is still going to be not the biggest system in the world, because these aren't huge trailers, these outdoors RVs. But is this too much solar? Do I need the DC to DC? Well, the question is, have you ever had too much power at your house? No, it's always there. You turn on a light switch and things work. You turn on the blender and it works. It's unlimited. It's coming straight from the grid. How nice would it be if your RV could function as close to that as possible, where you don't even have to think about your battery capacity and how much solar is coming in, and things just run? Like, that's obviously an amazing situation. I want to show you what we did with this RV. There's a lot of charging sources, a lot of power, and it's a great install. This customer's main objective was that it was to have as much power as possible in this size of an RV. We've got multiple charging sources. So we have the generator on this floor plan. We've got 2,500 watts of solar on the roof. We've got two Orion 50 amp DC to DCs for charging from the truck. We have an external port for some panels in the sun. And obviously that's going to be a lot of charging sources for this powerhouse. Let's show you around. Starting with the batteries, because ultimately the batteries are the lifeblood of the system. It's nice to have as many charging sources on that as possible. But starting with the batteries, remember this is the Backcountry series. Because there's a generator in that storage, that pass-through compartment, the pass-through compartment is wider, which means our area under the bed here is a little shorter than the Timber Ridge. You'll see here that we have four 330 amp hour Victron lithium batteries. Victron is pretty well known to be one of the most dense batteries, meaning that the space that it takes up in reference to the amount of capacity that it has is not that much, which is great, which is what we want. And that's because there's no individual BMS in each battery. So being limited on the bed space, the under the bed space, it was important that we had some nice dense batteries. We're talking 1,320 amp hours of battery, which is a nice big battery bank because we have all those charging sources. We have all the Victron components. I definitely couldn't fit any more batteries in here. Matter of fact, I couldn't fit all the equipment in here, and I'm going to show you another place that I had to put some of the equipment. But 4 Victron batteries, the Multiplus 3000 inverter charger. So when the generator is running, that's going to be juicing up these batteries. We've got 200 amp MPPTs for our 2,500 watts of solar on the roof. And obviously our Lynx Smart BMS, which controls the batteries, the distributor, and a few other little Victron components which are important. But really happy with squeezing this much battery in this Backcountry series. I'll show you where we put the other 3 charging sources. With the Backcountry, they've got this sliding tray. The customer has most of their camping gear in here. It was piled up a little more. I had to put some of the stuff in here. Over in here, we have another 50 amp MPPT on the far left there. We have 2 Orions, the 250 amp chargers right there, and it's all bracketed and nicely put up, tucked away in that front wall that kind of curves back a little bit. Just there's another 150 amps of potential charge. And so around on the front here of the trailer, when the customer hooks up their 7-pin for their brakes and their lights and whatnot, they're also going to hook up this big Anderson plug. We'll have their truck wired, so they're going to be throwing 100 amps from their alternator, and they have a dual alternator truck, this customer, so 100 amps makes sense. Tucked away under here, you won't see it very well, but there's an external solar port for plugging in some external panels to the system. So he wants to park in the shade, he can still have 400 or 500 watts sitting out in the sun. As well as wanting this rig to be a powerhouse, one of the requests was still wanting to be able to get up here and walk around the roof. And at the start I was like, well, do you want this rig to be a powerhouse or do you want a walkable roof? Usually those two things are kind of mutually exclusive because we try to coat the rig with solar panels and walking becomes tough. But we did it. We put 2,500 watts of solar and we still have a fully walkable roof. Because of our rail system and being able to move the panels out from the rig a little bit, not to the point that they're overhanging anything else on the side of the rig, but just widening them out a little bit more than traditional brackets could do, gave a fully walkable roof. Walking path all the way to the front of the roof, which is pretty impressive with 2,500 watts of solar to still have a clear walking path, being around to get out, check your sealant, check the skylights, dust off any needles or anything like that, clean the solar panels, maybe put your Starlink up here. A fully walkable roof with 2,500 watts of solar on a 25 DVS, we were very, very, very happy with. So rich solar panels, 2 strings of 5 in series, each going to their own MPPT for optimum efficiency, and just a really, really good solar setup to charge that battery up. Again, that question of how much solar is too much solar, come take a look at this. It's 84 degrees in the trailer right now. The batteries are close to 100%. I've actually got 1,273 watts running. That's what I'm running in the coach. And I am running the air conditioner right now. And if you look here, our solar that we're bringing in is 1,500 watts. So we're bringing in more solar than the wattage that we're using. So we're running the air conditioner at the moment basically fully from the solar, and the batteries aren't getting depleted at all. Alrighty, this is Tom with MYT Solar. Thank you for watching. If you have any solar requests, please let us know. You're welcome to reach out to us via our website form. Give us a call, we'll get back to you. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. If you have any questions about this particular setup, thinking about maybe how much solar is best for you. As I always say, can you have too much? But obviously everyone has a budget. Let me know, what kind of specs do you have on your system, or maybe what are you thinking about getting? Let me know in the comments. Cheers.